Enjoying the show? You can help others find it and enjoy it too by giving us a 5-star rating or review. If you feel like reaching out to us with a question or comment, you can send us an email at mywifetherd@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit our website at mywifethedietitian.com, as well as our social media pages. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Enjoy the show. It's Rob and Sandra from My Wife the Dietitian, and this is Nutrition Nuggets.
This is a nutrition nugget of a little seed, the ancient grain, the difference between flax, chia, and hemp.
Oh, that's probably good. Because that's a bit confusing, I think.
I have lots of clients who say, well, do I have to use all three? Or can I we have flax in our house, but we don't have chia. I don't like the texture of chia pudding. Hemp, they're so expensive, the hemp hearts.
Yeah, don't they kind of all do the same thing? Aren't they all sort of like the healthy fats? And like I can understand that people are confused about it.
Mm-hmm. They're all a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about.
All right.
So let's talk about flax first.
Perfect.
Do we have flax?
We do.
And we've done an episode on flax before, right?
We have. And flax is the one you want to grind up.
Exactly.
Keep it cool and out of the sunlight.
Yes, that's good.
And buy the seeds. Don't buy it ground.
Like the whole seeds.
Yeah, the whole seeds.
The whole truth, nothing but the truth. Yes, exactly. The whole seed is definitely what you want to buy in the store. If you buy the ground, it's maybe bad already, rancid. Mm-hmm. Because it's highly sensitive oils in there, the lignans and the flax oil.
Exactly.
What about just using flax oil? That's another question. Can I just use flax oil? Do I have to buy the seeds?
I suppose there's places for both, but maybe there's benefits to the seed. Sounds like it's in its more natural state.
Mm-hmm. What would you miss out if you just had the oil?
The fiber.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. So the flax has a high amount of fiber, so really good for us. There was a study on flax. It was in Hypertension Journal, 2013, and it was a double-blind study with 110 participants, and they had 4 tablespoons of ground flaxseed every day for 6 months compared to no flaxseed.
Okay.
And it reduced their blood pressure as much as ACE inhibitors and beta blockers, which are antihypertensives.
Wow.
So, yeah, and these people had peripheral artery disease and high blood pressure. So it's a really good study that I often let my clients know if they're looking to reduce their blood pressure. And it's an easy addition to your oatmeal, your smoothies, your muffins. You can use flax in a lot of different places, and the ground flax, and it's not going to hurt, right?
Yeah. So you said 4 tablespoons?
Yes.
Is there a recommended amount, sort of daily amount for flax?
No.
Because to me, that sounds like 4 tablespoons is quite a bit. I'm just wondering if what I use on my oatmeal is maybe like a tablespoon or maybe a little bit more. But should I be trying to include more in my diet?
You could. I mean, it's pretty inexpensive, like whole flaxseed when we buy those.
So there's not like an upper limit then by the sounds of it either, if you can.
Well, if you don't ever use it, I wouldn't start using 4 tablespoons.
Sure. Okay.
It is a fiber. It will probably cause some gas and digestive issues. So that might not be helpful.
You'll let me know.
Well, yeah, it is a good amount of fiber. There's 2 grams of, actually, I have the bag right here. Let's look at for 2 tablespoons, there's 8 grams of fiber.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Now, do you think it's the fiber that lowered the blood pressure or something about the flax seed itself? Like if you had flax oil, do you think you'd have similar results?
Good question. It was they surmise it's the lignans and the ALA. So the omega-3, the plant-based omega-3, the ALA fats and the fiber and the lignans that reduce inflammation and improve the vessel elasticity. And it actually helps to increase the nitric oxide production.
Oh, really?
And that helps with our blood vessels.
Right.
And yeah, so definitely the fiber part of the flax is going to be helpful more so than just the oil.
Okay. Good to know.
But now you could use flax oil. I would suggest definitely using ground flaxseed like daily. That's what we do. You could use a flax oil as a salad dressing, or you could, use flax oil in your meals, like not cooking them, right?
Exactly.
You don't want to fry with flax oil. You don't want to raise the temperature, the heat too much with that.
Right.
So the flax are good for digestion, like it's a source of fiber, good for heart health. And actually, it has a phytoestrogen effect. So kind of anti-estrogen for people that have an elevated risk of hormone-dependent cancers. And
how would you know that?
I'm talking about prostate, breast, gynae cancers. So the lignans in the flax, in the ground flax, could be potentially like anti-estrogen or phytoestrogen.
Okay. Good to know.
So when you buy bread that has flax, they have the flaxseed on it. Typically, our teeth can't crack through that flax. It's the seed, the coating is so hard that it'll go right through us. So it is a source of fiber that way, but you don't get the benefits of those lignans and the important omega-3 fats.
Yeah, I was going to mention that, because you've always said with the flax seeds that it's really important that you grind them and not eat them as a seed for that reason.
Yeah.
Because your body can't break them down.
Yeah. It's just like when birds eat seeds, a lot of times they just eat them and then they go right through the bird, right?
Yeah,
and
they land on our windshield.
Or in the ground, and then that's how different plants grow, right?
Oh, I see, yeah.
Okay, so that's flax. Any other questions about that flax?
Nope. I'm pretty on top of the flax.
Okay. So in terms of protein, the difference with, like, flax is a moderate source of protein compared to hemp, for instance.
Right. Hemp is a good source of protein, right?
Like 2 tablespoons. Yeah. 2 tablespoons of flax gives you 5 grams of protein.
Really?
So that would have been 10 grams of protein that these people were getting in that study.
I didn't think of flax as a source of protein. That's good to know.
Well, it's a moderate source. So hemp hearts in 3 tablespoons. So every nutrition facts label is a little bit different. And it's always good to read the amount, the serving size that they're talking about when you're comparing numbers.
Sure.
So the flax was comparing 2 tablespoons, has 5 grams of protein. 3 tablespoons in hemp hearts has 10 grams. Yeah. So in flaxseed, 4 tablespoons would be 10 grams of protein, whereas 3 tablespoons gives you 10 grams of protein.
Yeah, there you go.
So it's a little bit more protein in the hemp hearts, or hemp seeds is another way to say it. And they are ready to eat. So you just buy them in a little, they come in a little pouch. And hemp hearts, probably, in my opinion, they are the tastiest.
Yeah. Some of the other ones, they taste a bit bitter, I guess. Or the hemp hearts, I don't find they have a lot of flavor. And the flavor they do have is it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nutty flavor, I think.
Yeah.
They're it's pretty tasty.
It's good on salad. It's good on, like, I put it on my oatmeal every day.
Yogurt.
Yeah, you can add it to all sorts of stuff. It's flavor kind of works well with lots of things. Yeah,
and there's 12 grams of omega-3 and omega-6 fats in the hemp hearts, which is a moderate amount compared to the flax seeds.
And you're still suggesting that we need both?
I suggest you use all 3.
Okay.
Because if you want nutrition quality, if you want to eat a diet that has nutritional density, you're getting lots of vitamins and minerals, your fiber, your protein, you're getting good variety, you're getting, we've talked about 30 different plant foods in your week. This is 3 different ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right? And they just had so much bang for your buck.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're all very worth it, personally. The chia, I feel, is a hard sell.
The chia is the one that I am
confused about.
Yeah. Because what I was doing with chia, because I thought, this will just speed up my whole morning process, is I'll just throw chia and flax seeds in the grinder and grind them both down and throw them on my cereal. And you said that it's better to prepare the chia in a different way, and that grinding it, I wasn't getting the full benefit of the chia thing. Is that right?
Yeah. So chia pudding is the name of kind of the technique, and it's basically just putting the raw chia seeds into water. Mm-hmm. And you could put it into milk. You could put it into whatever plant-based milk alternative. So you might have oat or almond milk. You might use it with yogurt.
Right.
So any kind of liquid. And what happens with the chia is it's a soluble fiber. It gels, it bulks, and it expands, similar to the action of Metamucil.
Right.
And so when people take Metamucil, or maybe a healthcare professional has said, you need to have Metamucil daily. Well, chia pudding provides the same action in the bowel.
And does it, how long does that process take for it to become like the pudding substance or whatever?
Good question. We could do an experiment, but I usually just do it overnight. I just prepare, I put chia in water in a little mason jar, keep it in the fridge, and then it's chia pudding in the morning. I put that in my oats or my smoothie or whatever. I mean, when people say, it's too much work or whatever, but this is part of health, is like an investment in the future. Mm-hmm. And it might not necessarily be like a really tasty option, although you don't have to eat that chia pudding on its own. I definitely think you should put it with yogurt, or you should put it in oatmeal or in a smoothie, put it with something. But if you've made your chia pudding, then you know what? This is really good food. This is really beneficial for your health. It's heart healthy. It's giving you that soluble fiber that helps you feel more satisfied. So it's like the satiety is improved. So it keeps you longer between meals and snacks. It helps with blood sugar control, and it really helps with gut health. It's, there's this growing incidence of diverticulitis in our population, and using Metamucil is one of the treatments that a lot of doctors suggest. Well, you can use chia pudding and, put it in your overnight oats, or however you want to use it. I think it's a good thing to include most days is chia, hemp hearts, ground flax seeds.
So if I just add the chia seeds to my oatmeal, because I am dumping hot water on it, do you think there's enough time for it to turn into its pudding state?
I don't think you're still getting the nutrition of the chia, but you're not getting that same mechanism of action like the Metamucil does. It's not, you need that gel-like material.
It needs to sit longer.
It needs to sit. And it's in the fridge. You can always, I've already made it every day, so it's there. You can just use a tablespoon and add it to your oats. That totally works. So chia pudding is definitely something I would suggest to include. Now, looking at the nutrition facts, now this is 1 tablespoon, and it offers 2 grams of protein. So chia has kind of, flax and chia are not huge sources of protein, but they are a really good source of fiber and
fat, healthy fat, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Aztec diet, we have the book over there with the Aztec diet, and that's an ancient Mexican culture that used chia seeds. So it's kind of like an ancient grain that's been around for a long time. We did an episode, I think, around chia.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure we did.
Or something to do with the Aztec diet. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, I remember talking about it.
Way, like 3 years ago. But yeah, chia is a really good source of omega-3 polyunsaturated fats. And it's something to include daily too. I think all 3 of them are very healthy, really good for your overall heart health, gut health, anti-inflammatory, omega-3, like a source of omega-3. And it keeps you feeling satiated. And you can use them in different ways, like in your yogurt or smoothies or oatmeal or salads, like with the hemp hearts. And these are a really important investment in your health.
Well, there you go. 3 more things to add to your grocery list. Thanks for sharing that, Sandra. If you want more tips, check out our website. We've got lots of great information there. We've got an amazing blog. We have a weekly newsletter that's free to join. You can find both of those at mywifethedietitian.com. If you have questions for us, you can reach out through our email. It's mywifetherd@gmail.com. You can also find us online. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Feel free to leave us a comment there as well. We love hearing your feedback. You can also rate and review the show. That's another great way to share your thoughts with us. And share with a friend. If you like the show, let them know too. That would be much appreciated. That is it for this episode. We will be back next week with another full episode next Monday. So until then, have a fantastic week, everyone. Thanks for joining us today on My Wife the Dietitian. If you like what you heard, don't be shy. Leave us a comment or review, and be sure to share our podcast with your friends. If you'd like to hear more, hit that subscribe button. You can also follow us on our social media pages for updates, episode trailers, and other odds and ends. For more info and links on what we discussed on today's episode, check the show notes. We'll be back next week with another informative and fun-filled episode.